Flacco looking to throw. He'll find Lindsey here. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let him.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that. They're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
The Broncos take over at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves out that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Freeman. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Here's Flacco. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A red zone 1st down for Flacco. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Justin Simmons.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
18 big yards on that one and a Denver 1st. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Flacco. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down is the time you go play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
McManus's point after is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yellow. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Yeah. Mike's 47.
Here's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Behind, step away, lock it in.
To pass, Flacco. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos.
We got 6 all day.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he'll power his way up near the 25. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now Cousins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Ready!
54 Mike. Check.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Hireman, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go. Shift.
Two. Listen. Hey. I-7.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down now, it's Cook. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Right here.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. On first and 10, Cousins. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Off the play fake, Cousins rolling to his right, going deep for Diggs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, Calvin.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. A toss running left. Cook. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 27, Flacco. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 20, 10, 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Broncos push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Von Miller. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And the Vikings pick up the football.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, but now it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. A toss running left. Cook. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. On 2nd and 9, Flacco. He'll let this go deep for... He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Clipper.
Safe. Check.
Leave it, 48.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Cousins now. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. On play action, Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They look to throw. It's Locke. Pitch and catch complete to Hireman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Locked again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 64 yards. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. From the gun, here's Cousins. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Broncos are going to get the football. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We begin.
A lot going to throw it here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. That one goes for 30 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Lock to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And an alley to run. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for 2, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? With a totally different style and a different flow.